Have you ever caught yourself thinking, why did I just do that? Or maybe you've wondered why other people act in ways that seem completely irrational. Well, it turns out there's a lot more going on beneath the surface than we realize. From subconscious urges to social influences, today we're pulling back the curtain on the psychology of human behavior. You might just discover something surprising about yourself. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to explore the hidden mental forces that shape how we think, feel, and behave. Whether you're trying to improve your relationships, be more productive, or simply understand yourself better, this is for you. Here's what we'll cover: the role of the unconscious mind, common cognitive biases, emotional triggers and social influence, the psychology of motivation, the science of habits, and how to use psychology to improve your life. Let's dive in. 1. The unconscious mind. First, let's talk about the unconscious mind, the part of your brain that works behind the scenes. While we like to think we make decisions based on logic, most of our behaviors are actually influenced by unconscious processes. Sigmund Freud compared the mind to an iceberg. The small visible tip is your conscious awareness, while the massive chunk hidden below the water is your unconscious mind. This part of your brain stores memories, beliefs, fears, and desires, many of which you're unaware of. It influences how you react to people, what you're drawn to, and even the types of decisions you make. Real-life example: ever instantly liked or disliked someone for no clear reason? That's your unconscious mind, pulling from past experiences and hidden preferences. 2. Cognitive biases. Next up, let's look at cognitive biases, mental shortcuts or distortions that affect how we interpret the world. They help us process information quickly, but they often lead to flawed thinking. Here are a few key biases. Confirmation bias. You look for info that confirms what you already believe. Anchoring bias. You rely too heavily on the first piece of information you receive. Negativity bias. You tend to focus more on negative experiences than positive ones. Example: if you think you're bad at public speaking, you're more likely to remember the one time you stumbled, ignoring the 5 times you did great. Recognizing these biases can help you make more rational, balanced decisions. 3. Emotional triggers and social conditioning. Let's talk about emotional triggers. These are specific words, situations, or people that cause strong emotional reactions, often rooted in past experiences. Then there's social conditioning, the process by which we're trained to behave in certain ways based on cultural norms, family expectations, and media influence. Example: if you were praised for being quiet as a child, you may now struggle to speak up, even when you have something valuable to say. And think about how trends catch on. That's social conditioning at work. When we see others doing something, we're more likely to follow. Understanding your emotional triggers and how you've been socially conditioned allows you to break free from patterns that no longer serve you. 4. Motivation and the psychology of goals. Now let's talk motivation, why we do what we do. Psychologist Abraham Maslow created the hierarchy of needs, which starts with basic survival needs like food and safety, then moves up to love, esteem, and finally, self-actualization. But motivation isn't just about survival. It's also about drive and purpose. We're motivated by 2 main forces. Intrinsic motivation, doing something because it's personally rewarding, like painting because you love it. Extrinsic motivation, doing something for a reward or to avoid punishment, like working overtime for a bonus. Tip: people who are intrinsically motivated are generally happier and more successful long-term. Align your goals with your values. Ask yourself, why do I want this? When your motivation comes from within, you'll find it easier to stay consistent. 5. The power of habits. Habits run your life. In fact, research shows that about 40% of your daily actions are automatic habits. According to Charles Duhigg, habits work in a loop. Cue, a trigger, like feeling stressed. Routine, the behavior, eating junk food. Reward, the outcome, temporary comfort. Want to break a bad habit? Keep the cue and reward, but change the routine. Example, if your cue is boredom and your habit is scrolling social media, try replacing it with stretching, journaling, or listening to music. Building new habits takes repetition and patience, but once they're locked in, they become effortless. 6. The psychology of relationships. Our psychology is deeply shaped by our relationships, from attachment styles formed in childhood to the communication patterns we use as adults. Understanding human connection is key. Here are a few psychological truths about relationships. People remember how you made them feel more than what you said. Mirroring someone's body language builds trust. Active listening, not just waiting to speak, makes a huge difference. Tip: practice empathy. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. It'll deepen your relationships and reduce conflict. Understanding psychology helps you relate better, not just analyze more. 7. Using psychology to transform your life. So now that you know how the mind works, what do you do with it? You use it as a tool. Reflect on your habits. Identify your triggers. Become aware of your thoughts. Set goals with real meaning. Improve how you connect with others. Psychology isn't about labeling yourself or others. It's about understanding the why. And once you do that, you have the power to change. Final tip: you can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you understand and respond to it. And that's powerful. All right, now it's your turn. What part of human psychology fascinates you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you got value from this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a new upload. Thanks for watching. And remember, master your mind, master your life. See you next time.